Hey everyone, it's time we had a serious conversation. There has been some things happening in BHS TV that you have been unaware of, and we would like to shed some light on them. So first off, there's been some things happening with
Hello Brownsburg High School, thanks for watching BHS TV. Today is Wednesday, January 21st. I'm Caleb White.
And I'm Tristan Taney, and here's what's going on at BHS. The Brownsburg debate team competed this past weekend at Park Tudor High School. After a good showing, junior Majida Lawal placed 4th overall in Lincoln Douglas debate. The debate team travels to Carmel High School this weekend to compete in district competition to vie for a spot at nationals. They also end the month competing at Avon High School at state debate. Good luck.
Yearbooks are still on sale. To buy your yearbook, go to yearbookordercenter.com and enter the school code 40408. At the site, families can also buy senior ads with personal messages and celebrations to their achievements.
Seniors. The yearbook will be collecting senior quotes for the 2026 yearbook. To have a quote included, you must follow the guidelines of your quote being 140 characters or fewer, including punctuation and attribution, along with your submission being an appropriate quote that is subject to approval. The deadline to submit is this Friday, January 23rd. There will be no submissions or changes accepted after the deadline. Scan the QR code on the screen to begin your submission.
Students, this Friday's spirit theme is Pink Out. Be sure to wear your best pink out for Friday's girls basketball senior night and cheer on both the boys and girls basketball teams as they face Westfield at home.
Do you have broken crayons at home? Don't throw them away. Donate them to Chain Link's Crayon Drive. They will melt down your broken crayons and recycle them into brand new crayons for local preschools. Drop off your crayons at your team office all next week to participate. French Club will celebrate Chandeleur at the January meeting by making crepes. They will meet in Miss Fritz's Food Lab C1410 on Thursday, January 29th from 3 to 3:45 p.m. Only members who have paid their dues may attend. Crepe batter and toppings will be provided. Please be sure you have a ride ready and waiting for you at door 3 promptly at 3:45 p.m.
Students, attendance and following daily operations at BHS is a priority for your ability to attend prom and other extracurricular activities. Any student who reaches 10 violations in any of the 3 categories from the first 3 quarters will jeopardize their privilege to attend prom later this school year. Currently, there are 75 juniors and seniors who did not meet those expectations for quarter 1 and 2. If you have any questions about your standing, please visit your team office.
Did you know we got a new SRO?
I don't know a lot about him, but I heard he's pretty chill.
Well, that's okay, because BHS TV's Nolan Trier has a story about that exact topic.
Every school needs an SRO, but some students may not understand what they do. But we've got you covered.
It's important for a school to have an SRO or a student resource officer because they help with the assistance of the safety and security of the building. And of course, they have special training measures that help with those safety and security measures.
A student resource officer is responsible for the safety of all students, as well as being a guidance figure on what to do and what not to do. Getting to know your SRO can be very helpful and useful.
You know, it's really exciting. This is actually my second time being an SRO with Brownsburg. I took a couple-year break working in Danville. So I worked from 2019 to 2023 as an SRO, actually at West Middle School. And so a lot of the students that are now juniors and seniors, I know from my time at West Middle School. So it's good to be back home in Brownsburg. This is where I went to school, and this is the community I still live in. So I'm excited to be back. Entrust in us, use us as a voice if they have any concern in life. That could be police related, it could be non-police related, and so just recognize that we're here for them. Recognize we also have a job to do, so sometimes it comes with harder conversations, but recognizing that we are here for them is actually just really step one. We're here to make their school experience infinitely better by creating a safe environment and ultimately just being relatable to them as they venture out into young adulthood.
Now that you know what an SRO is, hopefully you'll feel safer, and next time feel free to thank him for his work.
I'm glad I have someone looking out for us.
Hopefully everybody feels the same. Now it's time for sports. Hey Matthew, what do you have for us today?
Hey guys, we were busy across all of our winter sports teams from this past weekend. It was another dominant showing from the Dogs in the annual conference meet as the guys won their 12th consecutive Hoosier Crossroads Conference Team Championship by winning the event by a resounding 80-point margin of victory. Brownsburg had 6 wrestlers win overall championships, including Alex Huddleston, Trayvon Ducking, Ryan Hockaday, Braylon Reynolds, Tommy Gibbs, and Parker Reynolds. Great job, guys, and congratulations on yet another conference title. On to our boys and girls basketball teams as they were back on the court last Friday against conference rival Fishers. The boys hung tough with the top-ranked Tigers but fell to Fishers 72-53. Chase Wilson led the Dogs with 13 points and 3 rebounds. Brandon Addison had 11 points and Brandon Day chipped in with 9 points. The guys return to the court this Friday when they host Westfield for Coaches versus Cancer at the Varsity Fieldhouse. The girls had 2 games over the last few days. On Friday, the varsity girls fell to the Tigers 64-59. The Dogs battled back in the fourth quarter from a double-digit deficit, but ultimately couldn't rally for the win. Elle McCulloch and Lanaya Walkeen both had 14 points, and Bree Brown scored 13, with Gabby Harvey having 11. And last night, the Dogs hung tough with number 2 team in the state, but ultimately lost to Pike 90-74. Elle McCulloch was the leading scorer with 18 points, Gabby Harvey had 16 points, and Lanaya Walkeen had 14. The Dogs will be back in action on Friday when they host Westfield for senior night. And if you can't make it out to the Varsity Fieldhouse for that basketball game, BCSC.TV has you covered with the broadcast of the Bulldogs and the Shamrocks. The varsity girls will tip off at 6 p.m. with the varsity boys to follow. We look forward to a great night coming up on Friday. On the JV girls side, the ladies defeated Fishers on Friday 50-44. Layla Wells led the way with 13 points, while Lola Crawford, Kendall Telfer, and Naomi Oniide all had big scoring games. The girls will return to the court next week on Monday when they travel to Westfield. The BHS bowling teams competed in sectionals over the weekend. For the boys, Gabri Moeller and Gavin Harrison both moved on to regionals. On the girls' side, Jade Gregory also advanced to regionals with her performance as both teams finished 5th place overall. Great job, Dogs. There will be a call-out meeting for anyone interested in joining the girls' tennis team on Tuesday, January 27th after school in Coach Fields' classroom, SA2 103. You can also stop by anytime to scan the QR code. Please see Coach Fields with any questions. The boys and girls lacrosse teams will have call-out meetings coming up in the next 2 weeks. The boys will meet on Wednesday, January 28th, and at 6 p.m. in the film room, FH1 105. And the girls will have their call-out meeting the following week on Tuesday, February 3rd at 6 p.m. in the film room. Please contact Coach Doss or Coach Lawson with any questions. And that's all we've got for sports today. Back over to you.
Thanks, Matthew. That's all we got for you today, BHS. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day, and we'll see you back here on Friday.